Now growing up, see, I never had it easy, but my mama always told me never bite the hand that feeds me. With this love, who am I really to blame? My mama raised me the best that she can, and I've been trapped in my mind with these bad thoughts. Mama working 9 to 5, it's a hard knock, but my mama always told me there'll be days like this. I check it. Look, yeah, I got faith for what it's worth. It never works just when I need it. Never got the chance to say thank you. You sacrificed a lot, got me a lot. Mama, you raised me right. I just hope it's something better on the other side, where I never feel pain or see my mama cry.
Yo, Cloud 9. Hey, burn it up.
Look, I'm finna work and play hard. I get the drip, no go yard. When I walk into school, don't starve. I'm finna work and play hard. I get the drip, no go yard. When I walk into school, don't starve. When I walk into school, don't start. I'm finna work and play hard. I get the drip, no go yard. When I walk into school, they be looking at me like don't starve. I'm finna work and play hard. I get the drip, no go yard. When I walk into school, they be looking at me like don't starve.
Okay, let me start it off. I'm dripping in the sauce. These haters on my body, so you know I shake them off. These haters got me sick, so you know I'm gonna cough. And I'm always spitting facts, so you know I'm going off. I'm always rapping and dancing, you know I do them all. These haters always hating, so you know they gonna fall. Family on my side, so you know they're gonna call. And if there's any problem, then you know we gonna brawl. I'm always chasing my dreams, I'm never gonna stop. And people like that is hating, so you know they gonna watch. This is the song, may you please turn it up a notch, always writing my song, so I'ma just put that on the lot. And I know this time is ticking, I ain't looking at the clock. And you know they just map it, that's just something that I'm up. Like,
Yo, Cloud 9.
that's just something that I'm
burn it up.
That's just something that I'm not.
who I am.
Okay, my mama told me keep my head up, son. Never put it down, son. You got stuff on your shoulder. You gotta show your little brother how to be a man. Okay, my mama told me keep my head up, son. Never put it down, son. You got stuff on your shoulder. You gotta show your little brother how to be a man.
What's going on? We're here at the Chai Barn because it's a special night.
That it is. We're here for the Real Exposure International Teen Film and Photo Festival.
Yeah.
What they said. I just want to thank you all for tuning in to the Hudson Valley's one and only Youth Film and Photo Festival, brought to you by The Artifact.
Yes. Oh, and I love Real Exposure. I love watching all the films that are made by young people and seeing their stories and hearing what they got to say. It's so amazing.
Me as well. And did you see all those gorgeous photos? Did you see the one where it's like the highway, but it's like a mile in the sky? Like, how did they do that?
It's honestly really crazy. My mind is really blown by all the shots they got.
Yeah, and they're like only 15, 16. Like, that's really kind of young.
That's wild.
Honestly,
Talented.
I wish I was 15 again. Like, I wouldn't have to pay no bills on nothing. But yeah, honestly, the next generation is amazingly talented. But don't you remember when we were like the youngest generation?
Yeah.
It didn't feel that long ago either.
No.
You know, this is my first time hosting the show.
Girl, this is my first time hosting, but without an adult. But, you know, I guess we're the adults now, you know, moving up in the world and such.
Yeah, and you know what? In this year's film festival, we have a bunch of films that are all about that. How to keep moving on when everything is changing, how to stay hopeful when life gets rough, and how to recover.
And as we all know, the world is trying to recover from some major stuff last year and having to change and keep up with the times. That's how folks from all over the world are dealing with this.
And this year's film showcase reflects that because we have films from Germany to Australia to the United Kingdom to China, even here in the United States, even from New Jersey, Texas, California, even our very own Hudson Valley.
Right here.
Yeah, this is a global showcase for sure. So viewers, please be cautioned. These films contain a lot of adult content, such as depression and diseases and domestic violence. So viewer discretion is highly advised.
Tonight's film showcase will be about 30 minutes, and we hope you can join us for the rest of the festival and the award ceremony. And don't forget to check out the virtual team photo exhibit on our website. That's a part of the festival too.
And before we hit that play button, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors and donors for this event. Thank you to New York State Council on the Arts, Vassar Brothers Institute, and the National Endowment for the Arts, who all provide support for the festival. We would also like to give appreciation to all of our sponsors, including our platinum sponsor, Levos, our gold sponsors, Rhinebeck Bank and Drake Creative, and our silver sponsors, Chronogram Media, Adams Fair Acre Farm, Visit Vortex, Dutchess Community College, and McCabe and Mac LLP for their ongoing support of our work. And we have to thank Hudson Valley Advanced Manufacturing Center at SUNY New Paltz for our 3D awards. Thank you to Manny Ofori for supporting the design. Thank you to Prime Print Shop for helping print some of our photo selections. And thank you for joining us from your home theaters tonight.
All right, everybody, sit back and relax and please enjoy the show. Woo!
Yeah.
On the way back, hold it, but don't move it off of its line. Keep the plane. Would you slay it for me?
Ready?
Yeah.
What is this? Take one?
Interview, take one.
Interview, take one.
Yep.
I guess I would call it media sculpture. I'm making sculpture out of different media and combining them. Basically, at the core, I'm trying to take my experience as a filmmaker and bring it to this world of objects, of old technology, analog technology. So sometimes I'm a worker, sometimes I feel like a mad scientist, which I like that. In the daytime, it feels like a workshop. Sometimes when I come at night and I'm all alone and it's dark outside, it feels like a laboratory. I got hundreds of drawers here. I'll just show you a couple. Watch faces. Right?
Okay, why do you have all this stuff?
Why do you think I have all this stuff?
I honestly am trying to make heads and tails of it. I don't really know. Why?
There are a lot of different answers to that. I guess one of them is I don't like throwing things out. Two is I like making connections between things, new connections between things, making discoveries. I'm not interested in function. I'm interested in the aesthetics of things. So to me, cinema is about a few very basic, essential things. Time, light, movement. And I'm also trying to be playful. To me, cinema is a playful thing. I'm working with different ways of seeing things. In filmmaking, for me, the joy is picture and sound, making different picture and sound relationships. But here, I'm trying to make relationships between different objects and put different objects in relationship in completely unpredictable and unexpected ways, and hopefully ways that make you think about the world of objects differently. I think making films has made me a better installation artist, and I think making installation projects and sculptures has made me a better filmmaker. So it's a feedback thing. I'm also interested in how to present them sequentially. If you walk into a room, what should be first, what should be second, what should be the third thing you see, the fourth, the fifth. In effect, what am I talking about? Editing. How am I going to edit all these different objects I'm making? What order will they be in? Right now I'm making, you could think about that I'm making shots. Everything that you see here is like a shot. Every sculpture I make, whether it's a tiny one or a large one, it's a shot or it's an element.
Okay, why? Why are you putting metal on film reels? Why are you putting circles on top of circles? Why are you coloring different nails? Why?
By the end of the film, I hope you discovered why I do it, because I'm not necessarily sure myself. By the way, drinking that water is both distracting me and it's also making sound, which you don't want.
Yeah.
See, now, is that filmmaker to filmmaker or is that father to son? What was, when I said that to you, is that like a father telling his son, don't make noise during a shoot? Or is that a filmmaker telling an older filmmaker telling a young filmmaker, you don't really want to make noise during the shoot?
I think it's both.
It's both.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the problem here. It's both. Touch the lens again.
Do you ever doubt what you're doing?
Sure, everyone doubts what they're doing. That's normal. It's okay for you to doubt what you're doing too.
No, I'm talking about you. Do you ever doubt what you're doing?
You know, not in the way that you're thinking of it. You know, sure, I doubt, and you know, I can get despondent and I can wonder, but that's the one thing I can say. I love what I do. Doesn't matter what the problems are. To me, every problem is a solution waiting to happen, and I enjoy that. And you know, even with my films, I could always say the parts of my films that were always the toughest, after I solve them, you know, the thing that kept me up for, you know, nights suddenly becomes my favorite part of the film. Does it feel weird to ask me all these questions? Or as father to son, filmmaker to filmmaker? Is this like awkward for you or difficult for you? Or you know?
Really.
No? Okay.
Is it difficult for you?
No.
Okay, so you've made a film about your father, and now I'm making a film about you. What advice do you have for making films about fathers?
What advice do I have for making films about fathers? Don't do it. If I could tell you one thing, okay, whatever it is that you do, making films, making music, whatever it is that you do in your life, just make sure you love it. I'm your father. I'm allowed to tell you stuff. As I told you, stop sighing.
Friendo, what you doing over there?
Nothing. Listen, I can explain.
Oh, okay, sure.
All right, listen, man, it's a long story.
We got time, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah. What's up?
Well, it all started last week.
Uh-huh.
I found this perfect fishing spot on the other side of the lake, with no walkers, tourists, and the best fish around. I was catching probably 2 or 3 fish a day. I was running out of meals to make.
You're not allowed to fish here, are you?
Well, no. See, that's where things got a little sketchy. See, it was a perfect Sunday morning.
Fishy.
What?
Well, yeah, he was just saying that this is the perfect opportunity to use a fish pun in your story. So next time I would...
Okay, fish pun.
Yeah.
Noted. Anyways, it was a perfect Sunday morning for a fishing sesh. 6 a.m. sharp before any weekenders walk alongside the lake and take pictures. But before I could even reel in my first fish, I was confronted by a park ranger. "Excuse me, son. You're not allowed to fish here." "Give me that there fish," he said. So annoying. This happened every day for 3 straight days, until I realized there was a solution to this problem. So, I figured that every time I caught a fish, the ranger would do anything in his power to make sure that the fish wasn't taken away. So my plan slowly developed. My friend Ryan helped too. It was all planned out. We just had to wait for the ranger to come and take the bait.
Hey, son! We've been through this before. Give me that there fish, friendo. You see how... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Code 305. Code 305. We got a runner. Best day of my goddamn life.
And that's how I got here.
Okay, good story, but there's some serious plot holes. I don't expect you to be the next Spielberg, but you never talk about the plan. You talk about what happened, but you don't tell us why it happened. It's called parallel storytelling. So, why?
Right. So, as of about 5 minutes ago, it's all up to Ryan. While I distract the ranger while he's out looking for me, Ryan is going back to the spot. He's hitting the jackpot. He's going to try to get as much fish for us as he can. Hopefully enough for 2 weeks of meals. And, yeah, hope all goes as planned.
Okay. Pretty good story, but the ending was too good to be true.
What do you mean?
We got a 305 here. A 305.
No.
God damn it, Ryan. All you had to do was get the fish and get out of here.
It's not my fault that park ranger's a track star.
Well, little kids at the goddamn park rangers. How was I supposed to know?
Yeah. My mom's gonna do it.
Dang, you know what? I feel like tonight went by so fast. I can't believe that's like the end of the show already.
But wait, don't go anywhere yet. We've still got to announce the winners as chosen by a panel of judges, and after that, we've got a Q&A with some of the youth filmmakers and photographers themselves.
Right, and there's still time for you to vote for which film and photo will win the Audience Choice Awards. To do that, go to theartifact.org/event/real exposure and fill out the Audience Choice Award poll for yesterday's and tonight's screening and for the photo exhibition as well.
Viewer's choice will be announced on Monday at 7 p.m. and you can always go back to our YouTube and check anything you may have missed. And now, on to announcing the awards.
Did you guys know that the trophies that our winners get were designed by one of the students at the Artifact?
Really?
True story. And printed by the Hudson Valley Manufacturing Lab at SUNY New Paltz.
And I heard it's the only youth-designed 3D printed film and photo festival trophy in the world.
Probably. So first, we're going to announce the winners of the photo competition. In third place is Andres Perez. The photo entitled 684. Congratulations.
Hey, I'm Andres Perez. I submitted the 684 picture for the Real Exposure Film and Photo Festival of this year. And I am very happy that my piece was chosen as one of the finalists for this year. Thank you.
Thanks, Andres. So in second place is
Aaliyah Laverso from right here in the Hudson Valley with the photograph entitled Frozen Over. Amazing work, Aaliyah.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Laverso, and I'm really excited to be a selected top finalist for this year's Real Exposure Film and Photo Festival. Thank you so much for choosing my piece, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the show.
And in first place is Risa Darlington Horta from Austin, Texas with her photo, Audiophile Canon. Congratulations, Risa.
Hi, my name is Risa Darlington Horta, and I submitted Lipstick Stain and Laughing Before the Storm. Hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you, Risa, and congratulations to all of this year's photographers who were accepted into Real Exposure. Incredible work, everybody.
Oh, but wait. We're not done yet. Now it's time to announce the winners of the film competition. And the third place goes to Take Heart by Lillith Jörg from Germany. This was the stop motion claymation we saw in tonight's reel. And here are some words from the filmmaker.
Hi, this is Lillith Jörg from Germany. I'm the filmmaker of Take Heart. So I'm really proud, and it's a big pleasure for me that I've been selected to be part of your festival. Best wishes and bye.
Thank you, and congratulations, Lilith. And second place goes to Beth by Ava Bounds, hailing from Leeds in United Kingdom. This film was in our first night showcase. And here are some of the words from our filmmaker.
Hi everybody, I'm so grateful to you all for showing my film at your incredible festival. The idea for Beth came to me because I read the unfortunate story of a girl called Elizabeth Hannah Martin, an old asylum patient who lived in an asylum that's only 10 minutes drive from my house. And I just wanted to show her struggle and her story to the whole world. So thank you so much for helping me to do this. And yeah, thanks again.
And now we are excited to announce the first place winner of the film portion of the Real Exposure International Teen Film and Photo Fest. The grand prize winner is Think Like a Filmmaker by Eli Berliner from New York City, here in the United States.
Hi, I'm Eli, and thank you so much for this award. First of all, thank you to the Real Exposure Festival. This is my second year at the festival, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my films with you all. Thank you to my dad for letting me inside of his world, of his artwork, and thank you to all the teachers and mentors that have really helped me along the way. Thank you again.
Congratulations, Eli, and congratulations to all the youth filmmakers and photographers whose work was selected for the showcase. Let's give them one more round of applause.
And from all of us here at The Artifact, to all of you watching at home, thank you for tuning in.
And thank you for supporting all the young artists.
And thank you for helping create The Artifact and making it what it is today. We done?
Is that it? Are we?
I feel like guys were forgetting something.
Oh, of course. Now it's time for the best part of all, when we get to speak with some of the amazing award winners and ask them all about their creative process. So stay tuned, everybody, for the live Q&A.
And it starts in 3, 2, 1. Cut to the live Q&A. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the live Q&A. Woo! I'm Malera Gonzalez.
And my name is Naj, and you are at the live Q&A, and we are going to be joined by our amazing co-host, which is one of our staff members from The Artifact, Mary Ellen Atropolis.
Hey, Iatropolis!
Woo!
Thanks for having me, everybody. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you to all the youth photographers and filmmakers, and thank you to our audience for tuning in tonight. We are about to kick things off with a live Q&A. We have some of our youth photographers and our youth filmmakers who are about to join us on the line. First up, I'm going to ask for Andres to give a quick introduction. Tell the people who you are, what piece you made in the show, and where in the world are you tuning in from tonight?
Hey, so my name is Andres Ferris. I submitted the 684 picture. I am from the Westchester County of New York, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Beautiful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Andres. It is an honor and a privilege to get to be with you tonight. Also joining us, we have Risa. Risa, tell the people, who are you? What piece did you get into the showcase? And where in the world are you tuning in from tonight?
Hi, my name is Risa Darlington Horta. I'm tuning in from Austin, Texas, and my piece is Audiophile.
Beautiful. Fabulous. Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you here with us tonight. And we also have Eli. Tell the people who you are, what piece of yours got into the showcase, and where in the world are you tuning in from tonight?
Hi, guys. I'm Eli. My film is Think Like a Filmmaker, and I'm from New York City.
Awesome. We are so excited to have you here with us. And I think we might have one more young person, a filmmaker, Lillith. Lillith, if you are here with us, can you let us know, who are you? What piece did you have in the showcase? And where in the world are you tuning in from tonight? Or if she is not here, oh, there's our wonderful colleague doing hard work behind the
I'm
scenes.
not Lilith, but she wasn't able to make it tonight. She extends her apologies, but I'm so glad to have everybody else, and I'll throw you all in now.
Yeah, come on in, everybody. The water is fine. And we are so excited to be able to speak with the next generation of inspiring and amazing young artists tonight. So we have a couple of questions for each of you. We can start with you, Andres. First question is, tell us about how you first got into making art. What was your entry point into your creative journey?
Well, I started when I was 9 years old. I started with drawing. I would draw anything I would see and anything I would like. For example, bugs, I would draw ants in the back of my notebooks. Then I kind of took a break, and then I just started with photography. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Let it never be said that bugs do not contribute great things to the world. Artistic inspiration and also biological diversity is a good thing too. I'm a big fan of bugs. Next up, Risa, can you tell us, how did you first get into making art? What was your entry point into your creative journey?
So my story is actually really similar to the last one. I got into visual art first, so I did kind of watercolor. I did a lot of drawing, a lot of copying from my favorite movies, but I just got really frustrated with it, and it definitely just wasn't for me. So then I tried photography by taking my first class in 7th grade, and I've loved it ever since.
Oh, wonderful. So excited to hear that. And yeah, we definitely believe that visual arts are an entry point into many wonderful things here at the Artifact. So we are definitely rowing in the same boat there. And last but not least, Eli, can you tell us, how did you get started making art? What was your creative journey like at the beginning?
Yeah, so I think I've been surrounded by art for a long time. I'm lucky to grow up in New York City. I remember in my preschool, they had this program where we would go to the Met every weekend. So I was going to the Met every weekend. I took classical piano when I was really, really young. And then I think when I was 8 or 9, I started making films, and they sort of grew from there. But I do think that all the art, and especially at an early age, like the piano and the the Met stuff really sort of informed all the films that I make in some sort of weird way.
Wonderful. That makes me want to do a quick plug. If you are a young person out there and you are anywhere near Poughkeepsie, please make use of the Trolley Barn. Come visit the Real Exposure exhibit in person. Get some of that good in-person arts immersion and inspiration experience that Eli was just telling us influenced him when he was, you said, in nursery school?
I mean, it was at nursery school, but then I kept,
But you
doing
kept
the
going.
program. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We love to hear it. And I'm going to kick it over to Alara, who has our next question.
Yes. My next question is, what or who inspired your art piece?
And we will start with Andres and then go to Risa and Eli.
So it's a little weird because I enjoy driving a lot. I enjoy getting in the highway whenever I have to travel somewhere. I just get real excited and I'm like, I don't know, I just like driving. And I was kind of curious on how the exit for my town, Croton Falls, on 684 looked like. So I went to the nearest park. It's called the JB Park. I got there, then I flew my drone and just took the image. That's pretty much it. I just like driving and I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Exploring new points of view and perspectives. Well, it came out great. I should also mention for everyone watching that all three of these young people are award winners with us. Very, very cool. Risa, how about you?
So overall for this kind of style of wide studio photography, a big inspiration is Chogi Siok on Instagram. You can go check it out. He does kind of surreal studio photography. But for this specific shoot, I really just wanted to emphasize how important music taste is to certain people. And this is all my best friend's music, who's also the model in the picture. So I just wanted her to show a part of her personality. I thought it was cute.
Shout out to your friend with the sick record collection. Thank you, thank you. And Eli, how about you?
Yeah, so I don't know. It was in quarantine. I was in quarantine. This was over the summer. It was sort of the height of the pandemic. I didn't know what to make a film about. I wanted to make a film. There weren't that many options. And I would go into the basement every day and see this insane work that my dad was doing. And it just got crazier. And I guess I see it build up over time. And it just occurred to me, I think, why don't I try to make a film out of that? That is just such an interesting thing. And our relationship also in that same time, I think, came out of that. And I remember I first went down, I just took a couple still photos of his studio. And I just, I stared at them and I was like, okay, this could be something. And it sort of evolved. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it certainly paid off. Congratulations again to you and to Risa and to Andres for being award-winning young artists. And now I think we're going to kick it over to Naj, who has a question for all three of you as well. Naj?
I actually do. What would you say your favorite process was making your art? We could go with we could go in the same order as we did. So Andreas, then Risa, then Eli.
So I would say my favorite process was just messing around with lenses. My drone has different lenses, which it lowers exposure for pictures, so it shows more blur in the background and on the main piece. So I would just say that was my favorite part, since I didn't do any editing on the picture. That's how it came out, and yeah.
Okay. What about you, Risa?
I'd have to say overall, my favorite part of the process for all my photo shoots is kind of working on set. So obviously this model was my best friend and she is in most of my shoots. So it's always just fun, taking goofy pictures, taking good ones, just getting it all and messing around.
What about you, Eli?
Yeah, for this film, I think it was definitely the editing of it, because I had no clue what the film was going to be until I finished editing it. So I basically came up with the idea for the film as I was editing it, which was sort of a really fun process. I mean, I basically had 2 to 3 hours of interview footage I had with my dad, and then a bunch of other sort of B-roll footage. And then I had this task to make that into a short film. And that was
extremely challenging. I had many very long cuts, but I think it was also really, really fun. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't imagine editing down 2 hours or 3 hours of just footage and B-roll into like a short, what was it, 7 minutes?
I think it was like 7 minutes. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, couldn't imagine. All
Well,
right.
excellent job again. We have a question coming in from the audience for Risa. Risa, what was your approach to the art direction in your photo?
So obviously I use studio, and then for props I use a record, and then the headphones we took some with and without headphones. But a lot of like my inspiration for that specific shoot was mostly I saved photos and like poses on Pinterest and then just had my model do them. And then I also always let my models freestyle. Like I think that's honestly where the best shots come from, is just the model being uniquely their self.
Love hearing about inspiration taken from social media. I think sometimes social media and teenagers, there's a negative stereotyping out there that goes on, but there's some really positive and amazing and constructive things that can come out of it as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
All right. So speaking of inspiration, Eli, did you always like see your father as like an inspiration? Because I know you mentioned that he did a film about his father, and so you in turn wanted to do a film about yours. So
yeah, no, I was definitely keeping that tradition alive. Hopefully, if I have a child, they'll make a film about me. But I don't know, just going into, I think my dad is definitely an inspiration for me as a filmmaker. I have learned so much from him, not just from like technical things, but just the way he sees the world. I think he sees it in a sort of interesting way, and I think I've learned a lot from that. But I think also, I think as I was getting into filmmaking, I was, learning a lot from him, but now I'm still learning a lot from him, but now I'm sort of trying to develop my own voice. So like I'm at a point now where it's a little I try to like refuse to show him any of my films that I'm working on or any of the cuts until I have the final cut. And then I'm like, okay, can I have your feedback now? So there is that like, I'm trying to work on my own voice sort of separate from him. And I think I sort of explore that a little bit in the film there, with me trying to like make the film and him trying to like tell me the water thing or at the end. So I don't know. I think my dad does inspire me, but I also try to have my own voice and to move forward in that way.
that's good. It's always good to have like your own place and make your own niche.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like too similar to him. I get you. Andreas, what advice do you have for other photographers looking to do some drone photography?
So when I first started doing drone photography, I wanted the top of the line for equipment, which is, it can be really expensive, and if you don't know how to handle it, you can just mess it up real quick. So I would just say start with the cheapest drone, learn how to fly first, and then give it a shot.
Oh, so like there's differences between like regular like toy drones and photography drones?
Yeah, there are toy drones and beginner photography drones, semi-professional and professional.
So would you recommend someone who's just starting out to get it, like to maybe try out a toy first and then go into semi-professional and then do professional?
If they don't really have an idea of how to fly a drone, then yeah, 100% start from toy drones and just start progressing like that.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. And we have a question for Eli. And the question is, do you prefer making documentaries now over animation?
Ooh, I love making both. I do like, my filmmaking is sort of weird because I just have so many different facets of it. Like I've made animations before. The film I had in here last year was an animation, and I have documentaries. So basically, I also make narrative films too. I just make films about, it's less about the type of genre that it is, like animation, experimental, documentary, narrative, whatever it is, but more just about the film I'm trying to make, or the story I'm trying to tell, or the idea I'm trying to push across.
Cool.
Okay. Does anybody have any plans for your next project? Don't all voice it at once.
I can start.
All right.
So I have a plan on just taking pictures of one picture every week just during this whole year of the same spot to see how it changes throughout the year. then just combine them all in one and create like a short film just to show how the place changed again throughout the whole year.
So like a time lapse. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about you, Risa?
So I have a lot of different projects in mind. I have a lot of mini ones. Like I want to do a zodiac sign series because I am really into astrology for photography that kind of takes place in the studio. But I also am working on my capstone film right now. I'm also a cinematographer for my high school. And so I'm doing an expose kind of on the American school system, especially the district I'm in, which is AISD, and just kind of opening people's eyes to how rough public school can be.
You know, it's a great place to send your expose is next year's Real Expose Sure.
That
Real
sounds
exposure.
good.
Sorry, terrible puns. And last but certainly not
Love
least,
it.
Eli, how about you? What do you have planned for your next project?
Yeah, I am working on way too many films right now. Right now I'm editing. I'm almost there. I have a rough cut, but I'm like in the process of like almost finishing it. It's a film about somebody who has synesthesia, a struggling pianist who has synesthesia, and he goes into a painting class, and with every brushstroke he hears a musical note. So he like creates a symphony in his head while painting, and then that in turn helps him with his piano. That painting right there is actually what we used to film it with. So we filmed him with that painting, like making an orchestra in his head. So almost there with that one. I shot another film for my school. That one is about somebody I'm working on. This is like an experimental narrative about somebody who runs through the streets chasing a voice, and his parents are fighting, and he runs through the streets chasing a voice, and it leads him to like a vision of his family together. So those are some weird films I'm working on right now. Yeah.
Well, I
Not
encourage
weird at all.
all of you to keep submitting them to film festivals, Real Exposure, other festivals. Keep getting your voices out there because the world will benefit from hearing and seeing your work. I want to remind everyone who is still with us that you still have an opportunity to go vote for your Audience Choice Awards in the film and photo categories by going to theartifact.org/event/real-exposure. And I think that we are just about at the end of our time together. I would like to thank Eli and Andres and Risa, the young filmmakers. I'd like to thank Alara and Naj. I would like to thank all of my fellow staff people at The Artifact working so hard behind the scenes. And, oh wait, Alara, there was just one more thing we needed to do, right?
Oh, yes. Before we go, we'd just like to take a minute to show you how you can provide arts-rich experiences that allow young people to achieve their goals, academically, socially, civically, like the ones you've been saying this week in Real Exposure.
This is the Nash's interview. Take one. Can one of you clap really loud? Just one. Who's going to do it? You want to clap, Avery? Really loud. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
As the executive director of the Poughkeepsie Public Schools Foundation, it has been exciting to partner with The Artifact. Supporting our youth community is central to the work that both of our organizations do. It's well documented that access to high-quality arts education can set a child up for success.
Just being able to go to an art class with like other artists that are like around my age that also think like me has helped me like communicate with people my age.
I just love the excitement and life that is breathed into them artistically here at the Artifact. Every single time I picked her up, she was so excited, and the entire ride home just like...
There is so much research that confirms what I have seen firsthand. Students who have arts-rich experiences are more likely to achieve academically, socially, and civically.
I always loved like art and like elementary school, middle school. I took it all throughout high school, but I feel like I like really got a chance to like explore within the Artifact because they give you so many opportunities to try so many different things. And they also gave me grants for materials. So like they helped me afford their classes, and then they helped me like afford materials that I would need in their classes.
Since 1996, Over $57 million in college scholarships have been given to high school seniors who have experienced the Artifact programs.
I was accepted by Micah, Pratt, Pratt MPW, Alfred University, and Hartford. And I plan to go into fine arts, but I really want to work with my community more. I just want to make art accessible for everyone.
In 2021, 41 Artifact students received scholarship money to attend our programs.
When I was younger, I used to draw a lot, and I could see the skills in Ava and Avery for his age as well. So, if they can find a passion in art, the more benefits there is for them and the more culture they'll become in the future.
It's the superhero that has half fire walk and half ice walk.
I never had an opportunity to go to art camp, and I would have loved to do something like that at their age. So I'm glad it's an opportunity for them to try something new.
The Artifact is on a quest to increase access to their multi-arts programs by offering assistance to families whose children couldn't otherwise participate. Join me in supporting Artifact students through scholarships so they can find their passion, discover their creative voices, shape their futures, and make positive social change. Thank you.
And now, on to announcing the awards.
Hey, did you guys know the trophies that all of our winners get? Winning winners. Oh, I thought it was a different language. Like, whoa.
So, in addition to the judges' awards, we'll also reveal tomorrow what we're going to be. What?
Right, and there's still time for you to vote for which film or photo will win. Nope.
And the grand prize winner is. Think Like a Filmmaker by Eli Berliner.
Do that again.
And thank you for helping to create the Artifact and making it what it is today.